There is some bad cancer advice out there, like really bad. In this video, I'm sharing with you 3 pieces of outdated advice that you should be avoiding in 2023. Starting with number 1, completely eliminate meat from your diet. Now, let's set something straight right away here. If you're avoiding meat or you limit meat because it just doesn't make your body feel well or ethically you don't want to eat those types of foods, then I am all in support of that. Many cancer survivors that I work with are vegetarian or vegan. Some have eaten this way long before they were ever diagnosed with cancer, and others have chose to make the switch after cancer. Either way, you have my support if that's what you choose to do. But here's a big side note to this. This is really what you need to know about cancer and meat. You've probably heard that eating a plant-forward diet or a plant-based diet is what you should be doing after cancer. This is actually very science-based and very accurate. Eating a plant-based diet has been shown to lower your risk of a cancer recurrence and actually support your cancer recovery. But you might be thinking, wait, first you said you don't need to completely eliminate meat, but now you're saying that you should absolutely eat plant-based. Confusing, right? Well, I'm gonna clear this up for you. But first, you need to understand the benefits of eating plant-forward because this is really gonna clear this up for you as a cancer survivor. Eating a plant-based diet is going to give you loads of antioxidants and fiber. Both of these are critical to help keep you cancer-free. Here's why. We have great science-backed literature from cultures who have a diet that is higher in fiber. And these cultures, they actually have lower rates of cancer. So we wanna borrow that knowledge and start increasing the fiber in your nutrition. The easiest way to do this is through plant-forward eating. Include more vegetables, more beans or legumes in your everyday nutrition. Obviously, eating more plant-forward is going to support increasing your fiber, while eating just meat, well, that doesn't change your fiber at all. But that doesn't mean that meat has no role here. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to know about meat as a cancer survivor. The other piece of eating plant-forward is to raise your antioxidant levels. After cancer, we know that your antioxidant levels are going to be low. Like really low. There's really no way to get around this during cancer treatment. Your body has been under oxidative stress from surgery and chemo, radiation, and even just having cancer cells in your body. Well, this means that your antioxidant levels are gonna be depleted. During chemo treatment, it's often advised to avoid high-dose antioxidants, either through IV or high-dose supplements. There's a theory that high-dose antioxidants could actually protect your cancer cells against the cancer treatment. Obviously not something we want. If you're going through chemo or radiation, you obviously want to make sure you're going to get the most benefit while you do these things. But after you're done treatment, this is exactly where you need to focus your energy. The most straightforward way to increase the amount of antioxidants you eat is to eat plant-based. Fruits and vegetables will increase the amount of antioxidants in your body. Berries, green tea, oranges, dark leafy green veggies. Okay, so all this talk about plant-based eating, but now let's touch on eating meat after cancer. The confusion around eating plant-based after cancer is with the definition of plant-based. Many people believe that eating plant-based actually means eating no meat at all, but it doesn't. It truly means that the majority of foods that you eat are actually from plants. That's exactly what you want to do after cancer. Plant-based does not mean the absence of meat. It's long been shown that the Mediterranean diet actually lowers your risk of cancer. The Mediterranean diet does include lean protein. Eating lean protein is completely safe to include in your nutrition after cancer. These lean protein sources will help you reach your target protein, which is exactly what you need to recover from cancer, reclaiming both your energy and your strength. But it's also what you need to stay cancer-free. This actually leads me to my next piece of outdated cancer advice that you should be avoiding. Eliminate food groups after cancer. There is far too much focus in cancer care about removing foods or eliminating entire food groups. This is the wrong approach to your nutrition after cancer. Cancer is surrounded by so much fear. Cancer equals fear. It's awful, and as a cancer survivor myself, I definitely felt this way after my diagnosis. When I started my own cancer recovery and remission, well, it started off pretty rough. I was exhausted, completely and totally exhausted. I had a hard time making it from the bed to the couch and back to the bed again, which actually leads me to my third piece of outdated advice that you should be avoiding in 2023, but more on that at the end of this video. When it comes to cancer and fear, we need to take some power back. We start to do this with how we fuel our bodies. Now, many cancer influencers will tell you that you need to avoid entire groups of food after cancer. But here's the truth behind this. There is a very short list of foods that have clearly been linked to cancer. There's only two things on that list: processed meats and alcohol. That's it. So when cancer influencers now push fear-based eating on you, you can completely and totally dismiss it. It's not true. It's far more powerful to focus on foods that you should include to fuel your cancer recovery and remission. Adding in more foods will get you much better results than eliminating foods. This is a mindset shift. Time to transition from being scared of your food to being fueled by your food. This is what is really gonna make a difference for you. This will help both your physical recovery and remission, but also your mental recovery. Now, on to the third piece of outdated advice that you need to leave behind in 2022. Avoid exercising. There are so many times that I hear cancer survivors are told to avoid exercising. Some oncology clinicians will actually state that exercising will spread cancer cells around your body, which is totally and completely untrue. There is also a common belief that if you're tired or have low energy after cancer or cancer treatment, then you should avoid exercising and just rest. This is also completely untrue. Exhaustion, fatigue, low energy. This is the most common side effect of cancer treatment. It is very common that women struggle with low energy after cancer. If you're feeling this way, you are not alone. Now, when you're exhausted, it's natural to think that you should just stop and rest. Don't do too much walking or don't work out because your body just needs to nap and rest. So that's what you do. You stay on the couch watching TV, or you take naps throughout the day. But avoiding movement or exercise during your cancer treatment or in your cancer recovery can actually make your cancer recovery longer and more intense. If you want to fix your low energy after cancer, then movement or exercise is a big piece to this. The American College of Sport Medicine specifically recommends targeted cardio and strength training to improve your energy after cancer treatment. This is scientifically proven to alleviate the exhaustion. It sounds counterintuitive, but it works. So if you're exhausted after cancer treatment, the solution is not to avoid exercise. This is outdated cancer recovery advice you need to be avoiding in 2023. But we haven't talked about a really important piece of cancer recovery. You do not want to miss this. These are all outdated pieces of advice that you should avoid. But what should you be doing? That's why I've linked up this next video for you here. Here are 9 ways that you can actually reduce your risk of a cancer recurrence. This is where we really start to take action. I'll see you in the next video.